Every night at 3:17, his phone recorded something. Story. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the phone screen lit up on its own. The apartment was silent, sealed shut from the world, yet the recording icon glowed red in the darkness. The man lay frozen on his bed, eyes open, breath shallow, watching the seconds climb. He had placed the phone face down before sleeping. He always did. Still, every night, without fail, the same thing happened. At 3:17, the device woke up, already recording. A low sound filled the room. Not loud enough to be a noise, not soft enough to be imagined. The man did not move. He never did at that moment. He had learned that moving made the air feel heavier, as if the apartment itself noticed. By 3:18, the phone stopped. The screen went dark again. Only then did the man breathe. He had stopped checking the recordings after the fifth night. The first time, curiosity had felt harmless. The audio was mostly static, layered with a dull hum, like electricity passing through wet walls. But hidden inside that noise was something else, faint, uneven, and disturbingly close. Breathing that did not match his own. By the third night, the breathing had rhythm. By the fifth, it had pauses. That was when the man understood the recordings were not capturing sound from the room. They were capturing something waiting for the room to change. The apartment had seemed perfect when he moved in. Old but quiet. Thick walls. No neighbors on either side. The previous tenant had left in a hurry, but the landlord explained it away as a job transfer. The man accepted the keys without questions. He needed isolation. He wanted silence. What he did not know was that the apartment had its own schedule. Every night, just before 3:17, the temperature dropped. The air turned dry. The hum of the refrigerator slowed, as if listening. The man's sleep always broke seconds before the recording began. His eyes would open without reason, heart already racing, body tense, as if warned. The sixth night changed everything. Unable to resist, the man played the recording. At first, there was only static again, then the hum, then the breathing. But this time, another sound slipped through, soft and wet like fingers dragging across glass. It circled the microphone slowly. The phone was on the bedside table. The sound suggested something leaning over it. At 3:17 and 42 seconds, the breathing stopped. For 3 full seconds, there was silence. Then the recording captured a sound that made the man's hands shake, his own mattress creaking. He had not moved. He spent the rest of the night sitting against the wall, lights on, phone face up in front of him like a warning device. Morning came without incident, but the apartment felt altered. Corners seemed deeper. Shadows stayed longer than they should. The man noticed a thin crack running from the bedroom, ceiling down toward the floor, something he was sure had not been there before. That afternoon, he contacted the only person he trusted, his older sister. She arrived before sunset. Practical, calm, and grounded in logic, she dismissed the recordings as malfunction, sleep paralysis, or stress. Still, she stayed. The man did not argue. He only felt safer with another heartbeat in the apartment. Night fell again. At 3:16, both of them were awake. The sister sat on the chair near the bed, watching the phone. The man lay still, eyes fixed on the ceiling crack. The air grew colder. The hum returned. This time, it came from the walls. At 3:17, the phone began recording. The red dot glowed brighter than before. The breathing started immediately, deeper now, heavier. The sister leaned forward unconsciously. Her confidence drained as the sound shifted, moving from one side of the room to the other without footsteps. The breathing grew closer to the microphone, until it filled the recording completely. Then the crack in the ceiling widened. Not breaking, opening. A thin darkness spilled from it, stretching downward like a shadow learning to stand. The man could not scream. His body refused. The sister reached for him, but her hand slowed mid-air, as if pushing through water. The phone captured everything. At 3:17 and 30 seconds, a second layer of breathing appeared on the audio, sharper, frantic, human. The sister's breathing. But in the room, her chest did not move. The man realized then that the phone was not recording sound. It was recording presence. The darkness withdrew at 3:18 exactly. The crack sealed itself. The phone stopped. The sister collapsed. She survived the night, but never entered the apartment again. Whatever she had seen had followed her out in pieces, into her sleep, into mirrors, into silence. She refused to explain. She only told the man one thing days later, her voice hollow. The recording had shown him standing beside the bed the entire time, watching himself sleep. The man moved out immediately. He changed cities, changed phones, changed routines, yet some schedules cannot be escaped. Months later, in a new apartment, on a different floor, in a different city, the man woke before dawn with the same cold in his chest. His new phone lit up at 3:17 a.m., already recording. The audio was short this time. No static, no, just breathing. And beneath it, barely audible, the sound of a crack slowly opening.